Today is a very special day.
A new graduating class is all set to hit the street. At Fort Lowell Park, archaeologists are digging up the past, and it's never too late to become younger next year. All these stories and more coming up next on Tucson City News in Review. Hi, I'm Lane Mandel, and welcome to Tucson City News in Review. For this show, we're coming to you from one of my favorite places, Reed Park Zoo. I'll show you some adorable reasons why in a moment. But first, the Southern Arizona Law Enforcement Training Center just graduated 35 new recruits. But when it comes to academic excellence, only one came out on top.
In an auditorium packed with family and friends, it was time to celebrate accomplishment.
I'd like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Seletzi Class 13-4.
Following 18 weeks of rigorous training, 35 graduates representing 12 law enforcement agencies were ready to be certified. But first, a little humor from the class president.
Today is a very special day, not only because the state of Arizona is getting 35 more certified police officers, but firefighters nationwide have 35 more heroes to look up to.
So, what does it take to become a police officer? Quoting an unknown author, Ward 4 Councilmember Shirley Scott reeled off a few qualifications.
He must be able to sit in an unmarked car all day on a stakeout, cover a murder scene that night, canvass the neighborhood for witnesses, and testify in court the next day.
Today, these recruits stand ready to do all of that and much more. Special recognition went to officers who excelled during training. Brandon Ethan of the Sierra Vista Police Department received both the Marksmanship and Exemplary Recruit Awards. One recruit came out on top for academic achievement.
It is my honor to present the award for outstanding achievement to recruit Ariel Gizabel of the Tucson Police Department.
After receiving her badge from Tucson Police Chief Roberto Villaseñor, we took Officer Gizabel aside to ask her about the training experience and her new career. A group of supporters stood by to watch.
It's a great moment. I'm glad all my family and friends got to be here. I'm excited. We had a lot of fun in the academy, met a lot of great people whom I am fortunate enough to work with. Great friends that I'll talk to forever. Just excited for the next step.
What is the officer's advice to someone interested in a career in law enforcement?
It's a great career. I'm excited for what's to come. Just keep working hard and you'll get there. Just keep working hard, be positive. I think the greatest thing that I learned was that I could do anything that I put my mind to. I worked hard in the academy and it was a great experience.
So what do y'all think about Ariel's achievement here?
I am so proud and I will spend all the time for that.
As archaeologists dig up Tucson's rich history, you might be surprised to learn that not all of what they find is on the city's west side. With that in mind, let's head out to the east side for an event that brings a special period in Tucson's past back to life.
This is not your average stroll in the park. Today, it is a walk through 1,000 years of history celebrating Fort Lowell. Fort Lowell was a military base between 1873 and 1891. Cavalry soldiers stationed at the fort often took part in raids against the Apache. While some were enjoying the cavalry drills,
okay, now wiggle it and lift it up.
Others were busy making adobe bricks.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Leaving their bricks to dry, visitors continued their history tour across Craycroft Road at the site of the old officers' quarters. Used as a metal manufacturing site until 2006, the city of Tucson and the county have been working together to rehabilitate the structure.
The work being done here is to help rehabilitate officers' quarters number 3 and put protective structures over number 2 and number 1 officers' quarters.
With the careful eyes of archaeologists, this last major portion of historic Fort Lowell has emerged from 70 years of contaminated soil. What was discovered during the excavations?
We have a soldier's belt buckle, a cartridge from a gun, and we have an ink bottle. And
One of the more unique finds, according to Homer Teal, a project director with Desert Archaeology Incorporated, was a Hokukom painter's palette.
On one side, we have the red ochre paint made from iron hematite from the Tucson mountains, and on the other side is black charcoal-based paint.
Hopes are that these artifacts will someday be on display as part of a master plan of improvements.
The long-term plan is that the entire park be replenished through a slightly refreshed design, that the amenities be improved, and long-term people will be able to appreciate that this was in fact an operating fort.
When and if the area gets finished, we're going to have, you're going to have a marvelous, I mean, it's almost like a little city.
Until then, there's plenty to enjoy in our current little city filled with history.
Look up and you'll see signs that downtown Tucson is in the midst of a rebirth. No, signs, actual signs. Don't believe me? Then check this out and see what I mean.
On Pennington Street, a crowd gathered to celebrate another milestone in the successful effort to redevelop downtown Tucson.
The era of boarded up buildings is over for downtown Tucson. And I'm pleased to see the boards come off the last of the boarded up buildings on Pennington Street.
When the boards came down, a new facade went up, and now the 1941 Howard and Stofft building has a new owner. City High already occupies the original Seal Peterson's next door. The purchase and eventual renovation of Howard and Stofft will allow City High to further a curriculum tied to a sense of place.
And that's really what City High School's mission is all about and always has been. And when people were looking at us 10 years ago saying, are you sure you want to open a school downtown? We said, absolutely. There's no other place in Tucson that we'd want to be, because at the heart of our school's mission is the idea that we want young people to be engaged in the world around them.
City High's new facade is the 9th project to go through the Downtown Tucson Partnership Facade Renovation Program, with funds provided by the Business Development Finance Corporation, the SBA, and the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Finally, let's go out to Tucson's Mid-Valley Athletic Club for a story that will inspire anyone who thinks that growing old puts a stop to our ability to get and stay fit.
You can step on this scale there. Looks like you've got more women than men this year. That's a first. It's a first ever. I'm so excited.
As the scales dip in favor of women,
good luck to you. Thank you.
So begins a lift in adrenaline as these competitors brave the Senior Olympics.
Push it up, push it up. Come on, push it. Good. Good lift. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Julie Garrizosa. I'm 53 years old. I started training because I turned 50 3 years ago and everything hurt.
You need a lift off, ma'am? Sure. Here we go. Up. Your bar.
And now,
nice lift.
The only discomfort Julie feels is when
people my age, we think that we can't lift, that we can't be stronger. We think that after 50, it's downhill, and the aches and pains are just part of the natural growing older process, but that's not true. I'm amazed at the things that I'm doing right now.
Julie is not the only one reaping the benefits of regular workouts. Ruth Koch became serious about exercise in her 60s after she retired. She has since become a certified personal fitness trainer. At 81 years old, Ruth has no trouble squatting 100 pounds.
Drive it!
Yep. It was no surprise when Ruth took gold in her age group.
Piece of cake. It's 100. Piece of cake.
And Julie Carrizosa earned the silver against women age 50 to 54.
Good lift. Nice.
The competition is the least of it. It's such a great environment for seniors to come out and to compete, and we make friends and we learn from each other, and everybody's just encouraging everyone, and so it's a great atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
Powerlifting is one of many events in the annual Senior Olympics. Men and women age 50 and over are eligible to compete. Why does Julie recommend it?
So we're strong and we're getting better and we're healthy.
wraps it up for this edition, but before we go, I want to introduce you to 4 new Wildcats. Nope, not U of A, I'm talking Reed Park Zoo. For Tucson 12, I'm Lane Mandel, and I'll see you next time on Tucson City News in Review.